All right, we are leaving Vung Tau, I think the name of the town is. I honestly don't even know. I just had to ask Katie, do you know what the name of the town is? And she's like, I think it's this. And I know we're saying it wrong, but whatever. Vung Tau is what we're going with. And it was awesome here. It's a little beach town, but it's not like ruined by the fact that it's a little beach town, like where there's tourists and stuff. And like lots of domestic tourists and stuff come here from the city. And it's actually, this is a really nice place, like really nice wide roads and things are pretty like clean and modern feeling. And I was really surprised. I really thought it was awesome here. You bought a baguette. I got a baguette. I got 2 packs of gummy. I'm excited. And we stayed at the Lovely Dream Hotel, which is behind me here. And it's we stayed up on the 5th floor. And it's a love hotel. So like the ladies working here are of questionable employment. They look a little bit like maybe they do or used to turn tricks. But they're really nice and they're no nonsense and like everything worked out perfectly fine. It was, I don't know if we even showed the inside of the hotel room. It was unremarkable. It was just a room. And it had hot water though. And now,
the second day it had good hot water.
Yeah, the first day there was no hot water. And this morning the hot water kind of didn't work. Most of the time it didn't have hot water, but one time it had really good hot water. And now anyways, we are going to take a trip up the coast to another town, and I think the name of the town is Mui? I don't know. So we're going to Muine?
Yeah.
Muine. So we're going there. And all that is of course dependent on whether or not Ursula turns on. So everybody cross your fingers. Come on Ursula, you can do it. Let's go. You remember a second ago when I said this little town was like modern and like I was surprised at how modern and nice it was? I'd like to point out, this out. This bamboo pole that's going up here and then holding up the power line.
Full tank of gas, belly full of baguette, and we're off to Muine. So, as of the last long motorbike ride, we've kind of realized that our motorbike seat really sucks. Normally, I have no problems. Like, I've never had to do anything special to a certain part of my body to make it so that I can ride a motorbike. But the slant of this motorbike and my butt, it basically makes it feel like I'm pulling the skin of my butt away from my body. And it caused some chafing, so I had to put deodorant on my butt. And yeah, just thought I'd share that. Thus far, I assume it's helping if moisture was a problem, but right now what's causing the problem is that gravity is making like my butt goes this way, but my skeleton goes this way, and it just feels like it's stretching the skin. So, I'm hoping I can get my jacket caught in the seat so that it will give me something to hold against so that I'm not perpetually sliding down. That's my goal. You don't have to watch that because it didn't lock in the way I thought it was going to lock in right then. So hopefully it works at some point.
We can take this opportunity as well to talk about the bike and how we got the bike and what's going on and like what's the deal? Where did this come from, right? So the bike's name of course is Ursula, and we've somewhat met Ursula before. And Ursula is a small Taiwanese bike, if I think I'm right. You remember the brand of Ursula? I don't remember. It's like, oh, SYM. It's a little SYM motorbike. And Ursula she's seen better days. Like, it's not in the best condition, but so far mechanically it's functioning, which is the most important part. Electronically, not functioning. But where we got this, the day before we came to Vietnam, I looked on the internet, like, how do you ride a motorbike in Vietnam? Like, we don't plan ahead very far. And then I found this place in Ho Chi Minh City called Ticket Motorbikes, and it's run by an expat, and I believe he's from the UK. I'm sorry if I get that wrong, but him and his girlfriend run it, and his girlfriend is Vietnamese. And what he does is he has like a fleet of bikes, kind of, and he sells you the bike completely. Like, we own the bike. We had to buy the bike from him, and it was like $340 US or something. And then you ride it to wherever you want in Vietnam, and then you put it on a bus or a train or something somehow. We hadn't even figured this out yet, how we're gonna do this, but apparently it works. You put it on a mode of transportation of some sort, and it goes back to him, which is really handy because Vietnam is a long country, and it's difficult to do a loop. Like, you have to have a really long time to do a loop in Vietnam because you have to go basically up and down the same path. Like, so because of how long Vietnam is, it's really handy that he has this service. So in theory, a lot of the bikes he sells to people, they drive it all the way to the north in Hanoi, but we do not have nearly enough time to do that. You would need a month to do that, like, comfortably and enjoy it. So we are going not even halfway. We're going like a quarter of the way up the southern part of Vietnam, and then we are going to somehow send it back to him. And then what he does is he will, via the internet, refund us for the cost of the bike. So he's gonna give us everything back minus $150. So it's kind of cool because it works out to being, you can rent the bike for as long as you want, basically, for like 150 bucks. I'm not sure if he has a time limit on his buyback period. I don't know, but you know, most people take quite a while to go up to Hanoi, so it's quite long. So like, if you're riding the bike for only a few days, that's quite expensive. But if you're gonna have the bike for a month, 150 bucks to rent a bike for a month is like really quite cheap. And it was really cool when we rented the bike because they took a lot of time and they sat down with us and showed us maps and gave us like routes. Hey, this is the best way to go. And like, we have their phone number, and if we have a problem, we can call them. And we are actually headed towards the town. We're headed towards this Moon Nay, I think. And Mooney? Moonay. And, huh? Mui? Nay. Mui Nay. Okay, I'm sorry. And they have a mechanic there, a guy that they know that is like apparently a really good mechanic. And he'll take another look at the bike right now. And if there's major problems with the bike that weren't caused by us, like, they will refund us the money for the repairs and stuff. So I looked him up and he had good reviews. So that's why I chose to work with him. And I mean, I think it can be done cheaper, but like, it's really not that much more expensive to have the service like that we're getting from them, and also the opportunity to send the bike back that's a huge deal to us. Like, we're gonna go up the coast to where we want to go as far as we can, and then we're gonna fly back to Ho Chi Minh City for our flight, because through our flight back to Japan, because we don't want to have to take this bike twice as long to make that loop. So it is an awesome service, and you know, hopefully everything works out. And if it doesn't work out for some reason, then believe me, I'll report back. But so far, everything seems to be all right, minus the chafing on Katie's butt. What you got, girl?
I got this. All I saw was this. And it looked like a certain kind of fruit that they were selling in this market. So I asked her, I was like, I pointed at this fruit and the other fruit, and she told me no, they're not the same thing. In English, it's called sarsi, and I do believe we've had something like this that was in Taiwan. It was like sarsaparilla, but it ended up tasting sarsaparilla. That ended up tasting not very good. So I'm hoping this is better than that.
Give it a try. It's the Miranda though. You can trust the Miranda.
It's way more root beery than the other one, and it's not like fake.
Hey, that's good.
A good one.
Yeah, this is really nice. It's a little like a little more of a tack than a root beer, that is.
That's good.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's got a strange taste on the side of the tongue, though. I think some people would be turned off by that, but I like it. And then it's gummy time. I am stoked.
We're like 45 minutes in and it's gummy time.
So we're gonna hop back on the bike in a couple of minutes, and I have to admit I'm a little worried about the weather. Like, it's starting to look like it might rain. So let's hope we don't run into that, because that would suck.
Scared me.
This little sign here means the city limits have ended. So it's like like no city. I don't know. This is funny to me every time I see it. And look at this rice paddy. Look at how green and beautiful it is. It's really cool looking. But in bad news, it has started to rain. So it's sprinkling a little bit. Maybe you can see the wetness on the front of the visor here. I can certainly see it, and I'm having trouble seeing through it. So it's kind of like, do I choose to have the visor so that the rain doesn't hit my eyes, but I can't really see, or see a little bit better with the rain hitting my eyes? But so far it's only a little bit of rain, it's not terrible. So apparently we're half done with this ride today, and this has been pretty smooth, like no real big problems, and I'm doing okay. My butt's a little sore. How's your butt?
My butt is great. Ever since I put that thing in, I haven't had to worry. Put
that thing in?
I mean, it is inside the bike, not
no, okay. We're talking about butts, so I don't know, you know? Maybe I wasn't paying attention to what was going on. Anyway, let's see if we can get Ursula started up here, right? Oh, the rain has stopped. This is very nice. All right, Ursula. Ursula, Ursula, Ursula. Yes! See, you chant her name, and she goes.
We have come across massive farms of aloe, which are actually pretty cool because I've never seen an aloe farm before, and it just looks like a couple of Rasta plants hanging out with each other. They got dreads, it's beautiful.
These plants really do kind of look like aloe plants, but I think they're either dragon fruit or passion fruit plants, because the fruit on them is like that green spiky thing, and then we see a bunch of people selling them and they're purple and spiky, and they look very similar. So,
dragon fruit.
Yeah, you're saying dragon fruit?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, cool. It looks like aloe though. Do dragon fruits grow on aloe plants? That's a lot of ducks.
What about the dongs? How many dongs do you think a duck costs?
I don't know. Bathroom breaks on these little trips are pretty cool. Like, look at this. Look what I get to pee at. That's really awesome.
So we've got our passion fruit, our Oreo spoon. Thank you, Oreo. Why did it have a spoon?
For the passion fruit.
We ate all of the Oreos, and I never once felt I needed a spoon.
It was just in case you came across, no, dragon fruit, right? Dragon fruit. So we have one that's like right from a farm, like we stopped where a guy was growing them, and we bought one, and we got one, but instead we got two, which is okay. I don't know if we need two, but we got two. And now, what were they, about 50 cents for two of these things? Which, maybe that's a little expensive. What else? You got it right from the farm, you know? And I think you just eat it like this, right? Like, is that how this is gonna work? It's really soft. It's quite fresh.
my turn. It doesn't smell like anything. It actually has flavor, wow. It kind of got a kiwi thing going on, but like not as amazing as kiwi.
The weather has gotten very nice. The clouds have opened up a little bit. It's very sunny. It has stopped raining, and hopefully the rest of our ride will be pleasant. Katie's gonna take her for a spin, but getting her started is a bit tricky. Please come back.
No way, dude.
Where are you going?
Muy nice. I may have found the funniest thing we're gonna find on this trip.
What's that?
Can't tell you, you gotta get on.
I have to ride on the back?
Probably.
I gotta ride bitch?
Yeah, I gotta turn around.
Oh man. Riding on the back of these things terrifies me. I know that makes me sound like a sexist hypocrite or something, but there's just something about it that it ain't right. You're not in control. Just feels weird. All right, Bursef.
Oh my God, you're big.
Yes. My knees are so big, dude. Like they go, look at, they go in your armpits.
That's true.
This is not safe. Okay, cool. Man, this is terrifying. So scary. It's the back end of a cow. You can go inside. An elephant? Let's get another look. So you can climb into the back of this elephant and then I guess go out the front.
I told you it was funny. It looks like her head is a chicken.
We're at the drive-thru, we're getting a little sandwich and it looks like chicken or pork or something, and I don't see the word for chicken, I think it might be pork. And we're going to pay about, what, 50 cents or something for each one? So about $1 for 2 little sandwiches. So, yeah, it's a drive-thru. It's like Arby's or whatever. Problem with the drive-thru is like there's no place to eat. Like I can't eat while I ride down the road on that thing. I mean, I'm sure some people do, but I'm not gonna do that. Not in all this traffic. And so now we're sitting in the gutter and we're eating in the gutter. But that's okay. Check out how it's packaged. Like a rubber band and a piece of little paper. And I will quickly take a bite. Because we already had one of these, I think, on video, right?
I think they come differently, but...
As usual, the bread is amazing here.
Let me look inside there. I see
It's all right.
Cucumber. It is chicken or pork, I'm not sure which, but...
Yeah, and the sauce is a little bit tangy. A little bit salty, a little bit tangy. Let's go for 50 cents. You can't beat it. Okay, so the sandwich, when you get down into it, is hella spicy. There's basil in it, which is awesome, and the spiciness is awesome, but I did not expect to bite into fire, and I have. So now, got my orange drink, it's all good. That's worse.
It's not good. Why is the sunscreen not working?
You're all pink, man.
Oh, how's my neck look?
Ooh, oh my gosh. It could be worse, but...
Well, I brought a crap ton of aloe, so... I really thought we were on our our sunscreen game there. I really thought we were on it.
You gotta play your sunscreen game a little better, girl.
Yeah. Oops. Anyways, we've made it to Muine. Muine, from what I can tell, is just a little coastal town. It's kind of very backpackery, very frat boy-y, very...
Package tourists.
Package tourists.
It's like a mixture of it all. And there's a lot of Russians.
A lot of Russians. There's Russian written on every sign almost. So we're excited to hear some Vietnamese people speaking Russian. That should be pretty cool. Yeah, it's very popular for kite surfing, and apparently there are some sand dunes around here. I don't know where these sand dunes are, but we're hoping to get into that tomorrow. And, but now we're gonna get into the ocean.
So it turns out this is a little cold.
Yeah, and there's no sunshine at all.
I don't know if I can do this. It's so cold, oh my gosh. She's insane.
Come here. Okay, well I'll come to you, but you have to do the 1, 2, 3 and go down.
I don't really want, balls. Okay, 1.
You're not gonna do it.
No. Oh, she's crazy. Is it terrible?
No, it's great.
Katie says that the water is warmer than the air. She's kind of not lying, but I still don't. It's cold, yo. What do we got going on here?
Just paddling around.
What's it called?
You called it the kyde paddle. It's really just the doggy paddle done by me at a very fast pace. I'm the best doggy paddler in the world. Our hotel came with a lot of perks. I mean, like, we've got a private bathroom, some towels, a blanket, free parking, kind of Wi-Fi, but this place, it's not our place. It comes with some better stuff. It's got a good price, nice comfortable room, private bathing, and a free wife. Are we changing hotels now?
Another wife? I could have 2 wife bots?
2 wife bots.
I don't know. These little towns with lots of tourists are kind of famous for having food for tourists. So like you see lots of like places that have like pizza and sandwiches and things like that. And we're not in Vietnam to eat pizza and sandwiches. I mean, it might happen, and if it does, I'll live, but like we want to have things that we can't get in Japan. That's basically, when we look at a restaurant, can we get in that in Japan? Yes, we go to someplace else. That's what we try to do. But, you know, sometimes you get lazy.
That's why we passed up the sushi restaurant.
Yeah, this is a sushi restaurant. We were like, I think we can get that in Japan, so we headed on. We've ended up at a place that most of these restaurants that we walked past were just full of foreigners, or they were empty. And that's not really a good sign as far as we're concerned. So we walked until we found a place that was full of Vietnamese people. And we found one, and we went inside, and everything on the menu is goat. So we are having something with goat. It's called a goat, hot pot goat. Yeah, that's what we're gonna give it a go to. And it looks like some of the fixings have arrived. So we'll report back in a minute here. So we've got a bunch of greenery here, and Katie got a tiger beer.
I got the tiger beer. I had a sip. I think Saigon beer is better.
Some noodles showed up, and they look like they are, yeah, they're hard noodles. And then 2 things, the lady pointed at these 2 things and then pointed at this dish and said, I guess, to mix them together. And then a hot pot showed up, and what I assume inside of this hot pot is goat. What do you think this sauce tastes like?
We're gonna find out. It tastes like alcohol.
What?
Yeah. It's kind of like a cheesy thing. It might be like goat's milk or something like that.
Wild.
Would you like to try it?
Yeah, kind of, no. Yes, it tastes like alcohol. It's very alcoholic. I have no idea what that is. Like, I couldn't even guess.
It's very hot.
It's a hot pot, girl.
Probably wait. I found out that I have a cat's tongue because my tongue gets burned very, very easily. And apparently there's like a Japanese saying that says if your tongue gets burned easily, you have a cat's tongue. It's like neko something something something. You figure it out.
Nekoshita?
A cat took a shit. So I have to be very, very careful. Broth is good. Not salty, really good flavor, like a full flavor without just being a whole than just salt. And let's see what's next. There's a lot of noise, basically from the guys behind us. So my brain stopped thinking. I'm just gonna jump directly into this goat. That's the goat. Super soft meat. Super soft. It basically like beef, just softer. I'm not scared anymore, which is good.
This is not the first time we've had goat.
Yeah, well, I think every time I have goat, it's probably going to be a scary moment because it's goat.
All right, the broth is a little bit spicy. The noodles are okay. I mean, I live in Japan, so I can be a noodle snob. The same, I'm a rice snob. The noodles are okay, like the texture and everything. The flavor is quite good of the broth, though. I'm gonna take some of this goat meat, and I'm gonna throw it into the mystery mix, like the mystery sauce here. And I'm gonna see if everything goes together pretty well. I think I might have put too much red sauce into my stuff though, because look how it's pretty dark.
Oh my goodness.
So I'm a little bit worried.
Look at the color of his compared to the color of mine.
Yeah.
And mine was actually pretty spicy, so
I'm a little worried I might have
he's stepping into the fire again.
Yeah. Dude, it tastes like rum.
Yeah, it tastes like alcohol.
It tastes like spicy rum. Whoa, I'm on fire.
Grab that water.
I think it's actually really good. I really like it. I'm glad we stayed. I'm glad we stopped here. I'm interested to see what this is going to cost, because I'm not sure if it's per person or if it's per pot. We'll see. Katie and I are split. I really like this little white sauce, the spicy white sauce stuff that has the alcoholic taste, and she does not. I like it because it is a flavor I have never had before, especially in this type of environment. Like, it really tastes like alcohol, and mixed with the spice and everything, it's awesome. Let's ask her, why do you think it's bad? What do you not like about it?
It's a taste I've never had before. I just don't find value in that flavor. And I keep trying it. I've tried it over and over again with different things. I tried the tofu, I tried the goat's meat, I tried the noodles, and the tofu it was okay with, but other than that, it overpowers what you're doing. And I just don't feel that it overpowers it in a positive way.
How do you feel about the meal otherwise?
Oh my God, it's excellent. Absolutely excellent.
There's a little egg in here.
Wait. Do goats lay eggs?
That's it. I got a goat egg here. Let's see what's up. All right, goat eggs. Oh my God, it's really, really, really good. Yeah, guys, if you can get goat eggs, they're amazing. The people that were behind us that were kind of loud just left, and get a look at what they left behind at their table. I mean, it's messy, which is fine, but like, look at the floor, man. Like, holy crap. They destroyed that hot pot. Man, that was good. That goat meat was amazing. The whole broth was amazing. I think the sauce was good. Katie doesn't think the sauce is good. But like, the thing we were just talking about, like, food in Southeast Asia is like an adventure in a way. Like, when you eat it, it's like my heart is pumping, you know? Because like, it's spicy and it's like there's so many different parts of your palate that it uses. It's just like, it's like going on a trip and it's just this one meal. Like, you're in a new trip inside of your trip. It's really exciting. But yeah, I would definitely come back here and have this again. And this is the second time I have had goat in a country that is not a country I am super familiar with. And it is the second time I have been completely blown away by eating goat. So maybe I need to start finding and eating more goat meat. But it's not the meat, it's everything around the goat meat is amazing. I don't know, maybe it's just a coincidence. But yeah, if you can get a goat, kill it, eat it. Also, goat eggs are amazing.
Accountant Katie will help you break down how much the hot pot costs. The total for our meal, which was the hot pot, 1 beer, 1 water. Did you get your water?
Yeah.
and a mystery item that was on the tab that I don't know what it was. I think it could have been the vegetables that came along with it. They gave us a lot of food. I'm not disappointed. This mystery item was not very expensive, so whatever. It came to $232,000, which was about
232,000 what?
dongs.
That's a lot of dongs.
And that equals about $12. Yeah, a little under 12 bucks.
It's hard to be upset about.
Yeah, that's hard to be upset about. For a fabulous meal, something we could never have that anywhere I've ever been. That's happening right here. I had 2 goat eggs and I can definitely vouch for their deliciousness.
So we are in Mouinet and we're going to be spending just a day here. And we're cruising to go to some sand dunes. We're going to go to the dunes. And
what are you doing at the dunes?
Doing at the dunes. She has a date with her boyfriend.
Their boyfriend.
And on the way there, there's this amazing little fishing village with all these little Vietnamese fishing boats. And we came around the corner and I was quite surprised. This is really cool looking, very, very interesting. Why are they all exactly the same? Like the paint on them is exactly the same. It's very, like, is there a factory? What's happening here?
It's called being traditional.
Nice.
It's very interesting to see the pine trees right up against the beach. I've never seen something like that before.
Truck, and the big stupid truck is blowing dust up in my face, and that's not an improvement of the situation. But the dunes look pretty amazing. I want to be down there. We came all the way out here to these dunes, and it's quite a ride. It took us probably 45 minutes or something to get out here, and you're out in a situation where you're way out in the middle of nowhere. And it's like a tourist thing, and there's not really at the moment anybody here, so it's kind of a tense place because the people who work out here are here to basically extort you. And I mean, they've got a monopoly on the market. There's nothing you can do about it. So you can rent these 4-wheelers to go way out to the dunes. The road doesn't go out to the dunes, so you can rent a 4-wheeler that goes way out there. But the 4-wheeler, they want what, like $30 or $20 for 30 minutes or something, which is like an extraordinary amount of money here. And there's nothing there's no competition or anything. You can't not do it. So we just aren't willing to spend that much money on it. Like it's just too much. So we're probably just not gonna go out there. And the other problem you have is we have to leave our motorbike here. So because there's nothing else going on out here at all, and you're dealing with people who like have a bunch of motorbikes, it makes you wonder, like, if you leave your motorbike here, are they gonna fuck with your motorbike and then you're gonna come back and you can't start your motorbike, and the only people that can help you are the people who have already extorted you? Do you know what I mean? Like, so it makes me uneasy. Like, we could leave it, they could damage it, and then we have to pay them God knows what to get it fixed, because to get it back to a town, it would be a nightmare. And even if you want to take a taxi to get back to the town, these are the only dudes to help you. So like, it's really just a really rough situation, and there's really nothing you can do. So they've taken this beautiful natural thing that they've got and kind of just ruined it for us. Kind of a bummer, a little bit of a bummer. How do you feel? Is it a bummer?
It's a definite bummer. Yeah, I don't have a whole lot to say about it. Yeah. It's disappointing.
Yeah. And there was also, we went down this one little road and there was a little guy set up and he had like a shack and he wanted to charge us $10,000 $5 each to go past his shack. But first off, we have no idea what's past his shack. And second off, a bunch of vehicles with foreigners went by and he tried to stop them, and the Vietnamese driver of the vehicle like said a bunch of stuff and then they drove off. And this guy turned around looking like, oh, like they got out without paying. And then so like we were just like, fuck it, so we're just gonna try to go. Like, this is just a guy with a shack, like this isn't like an official dude. And so we thought we'd drive past and he got pissed and grabbed the bike and yelled at us and stuff. So we just turned around and didn't go wherever his little road went. But I mean, like, it was obvious, like, he was just extorting people because other people were going by. The Vietnamese driver was like, fuck you, I'm not paying. And then he would turn around and be like, those are my friends. Like, yeah, those white people are your friends, guy. Yeah, right.
We actually read that people eat lizards here, like large geckos are actually what they are. And this is a picture of a restaurant that actually has lizards. It says that they ground them into like a pate and you dip things into them, but these are actually like just grilled up lizards, or maybe even raw for this picture over here. Like, that one's looking pretty, like, just normal lizardy.
Not gonna do that. Sorry, guys.
I would totally do that.
This is pretty amazing. Look at this, just like this beach. There's barely anybody on it. It just goes and goes and goes and goes and goes and goes and goes. Like, it's amazing. Let's go.
Okay.
Come on. Ah! Oh, it feels so much better than yesterday. So we had a bit of a bike ride and I stopped off where I saw a beach because I want to drive down the beach even though it's sandy. And it gave me a chance to think about what happened at the sand dunes thing a little bit.
Wait. You were at the dunes?
I went to the dunes. I almost went to the dunes. And what sucks about the whole thing and what makes it difficult is somebody was being dishonest at some point and you don't have any way of knowing who. Woo! So like, it burns you up a little bit. It's not about the money. It's about somebody getting one over on you.
Oh no, I just wanted to be in the background frolicking.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. And like, I mean, like the guy that wanted the $5 or whatever for us to go in, he was either being dishonest, but he looked pretty damn shady. Or the guys that drove past him and were like, we're not paying you, they were being dishonest. Like, somebody was being dishonest. The only person I don't think was being dishonest is the guy that wanted $20 for 30 minutes on the four-wheelers. Like, that guy was being straight. He was just ripping us off. Like, but at least he was doing it to our face. Like, I completely trusted that guy. But like, it was just too much money. Like, and for like a comparison, that bike was like $20 for 30 minutes on the four-wheeler. I mean, the four-wheelers were nice, but you can rent a motorbike here for like $6 to $8 a day. So that's how much that guy was marking those things up. And he wasn't even willing to budge. Like, he didn't give a damn. Like, this guy didn't care. We were like, we'll give you less. And he was like, no. Like, he was just like, this is the price. Like, if you don't want it, don't go. So, I mean, I don't feel like he was like lying. It's just not the kind of guy I wanted to deal with. It was just too much money. So we enjoyed it. It was a beautiful ride out there, and now it's now, and this is not so bad.
We found some other sand to play in.
You got skills. Push furniture in front of the door. It only gives me something to push against. Can two people ride in this consistency of sand on Ursula? I don't have any idea. The back tire might dig into the sand too much. We may have a problem.
Why?
Yay! Problem solved!
There's always a problem and then 2 seconds later he solved the problem. I don't know what he's talking about.
Alright, so this is not going to work with Ursula on the sand. Other people have got different bikes with different tires. They're cruising right along. But she just doesn't have it. Like, there's just something about the way the wheels are, the weight of the bike or something. It's just not happening. Oh well. Now we gotta get it out of here. That is going to be a tricky situation. All right, so after we went swimming, we had to get the bike out of that sandy area, which was really difficult, and a lot of cursing happened, and I cut up my legs pulling the bike out of the sand trap. And now we are at a little bike shop that the people we bought the bike from said is like one of the best mechanics in the area, and he's gonna just look over the bike and fix it up. But the people here kind of seem like they don't know what the hell we're talking about. So Katie's on the phone with the people we bought the bike from, and it's a little bit on the confusing side. So hopefully this gets straightened out. The guys at the bike shop put a new battery in the bike and it started right up. And you know, because it's been going for days like this, it's obvious that it's not exactly a battery problem, but it's cool that they diagnosed it that way. So they charged our battery back up and then put it back in the bike, and now he is testing it and doing like high revs on it. And he is seeing that, okay, it's not recharging. There's something wrong with like the alternator or a cable between the alternator and the battery. So I have a lot of confidence in this guy. He's doing really cool, really good job, and I'm really happy that we had this place to drop it off by, because if you take it to some chuckleheads, they might just pop the new battery in and be like, go on your way. And like, how am I going to explain to them that like, it's just not recharging or whatever? Like how, so this is great. This is a great experience. And while this was all happening, Katie went and found some food. Where did you find this food?
It was on the corner where we turned, where all those people were eating.
Okay. And what is it, and how much did it cost?
Did both meals cost $3?
Total?
Yeah, total, and I think this is Calm Town. The same thing that we had before, but they didn't have such a buffet style.
Oh, okay.
See, it's the fractured rice, I think.
Oh, okay. And fried egg?
Fried egg and pork.
And spicy stuff.
Yep.
Alright, so this whole Vietnam series was shot in January, and it's now March, and I'm still going through and editing some of it. And as I'm going through it, I've come across a video where I'm describing something that is sort of important, I think, to the rest of like the flow of the video series. But the audio in this video is just completely washed out from wind. You can't hear anything that's being said. So basically what's happening is I'm sitting on the bike and I'm explaining what the mechanic ended up replacing when we went to the mechanic shop about the problem with the bike not starting with the electric starter. And he had taken apart the front of the dashboard of the motorbike and replaced this piece that I'm not a mechanic, I have no idea what it is. And maybe it's like a solenoid or something, I don't know. And then he replaced this piece, and then once he put it back together and everything, the bike turned over every time that we pushed the start button. And yeah, so at this point that's what's happening. Like the button works again, and I'll throw the video on the end of me hitting the power button, and you'll see why the wind washed everything out. There we go. There we go.
Awesome!
So much easier than kicking the thing to start. Let's go find something. Let's go.
I decided that since we own this bike, right now we can do anything to this bike that we want to. And then when we sell it back, it's just going to be like, oh, that's the way the bike came back. Like, it's ours right now. So we could do something to it that would forever make it ours, even though we won't have it forever. So we've got some stickers. This is like this shop, that's all it does. It's just big stickers for your bike. And I think that we're going to end up with one of these Japanese girls.
I don't know if they're Japanese. It's got a Japanese vibe though.
No, this girl, if I had to put money on it, I think these are Japanese girls. Her, she looks pretty Japanese. I mean, I could be wrong. Could also be racist. But, yeah. I think this is the way we're going. I don't know yet. It got busy all of a sudden, but back to the bike.
We got two stickers. The first one is a unicorn. And I'm gonna put the unicorn right around here. Is that good?
Yep.
Okay, right there. Unicorn, yes. Very, very manly. All right, Ursula now has a unicorn on her forehead. And then we're going to put, this is the embodiment of Ursula. This is Ursula.
Yep.
This is Ursula, and we're gonna slam Ursula down here. This is sweet.
Oh God. Be careful, don't tear that sticker, man. All right, the unveiling of Ursula.
Is she centered?
No, I don't know.
Is it good?
It's great.
Slam it?
Yeah. You're doing a terrible job putting Ursula on there.
It's okay.
She's all wrinkly.
It's harder than you think.
I love this face. She just looks delighted to be with us now.
All right, Ursula. It's good.
She wants to see it. They were laughing so hard. I got an egg from this lady that was cooking eggs.
Does it look spicy?
It's overcooked and it's not spicy. It's very meaty. But all the other stuff she was cooking, I had no idea what it was, so I decided go with the egg. You know what the egg is. I'm pretty sure it's not from a goat.
Yeah, it's too big for a goat egg. Goat eggs are pretty small. Can I have an egg?
What kind of egg do you think this is? If this is too small for a goat.
Well, I'm thinking that maybe this character here, maybe he's got something to do with it.
Sunburnt. My feet aren't looking too good today. I did not put sunscreen down there. Oops. But now we are at a place called the Ferry Stream, and we've come to a bridge and we walked down to where the water under the bridge is, and we're gonna follow the water to its source, which I think there might be a little waterfall or something at the end. I think you can actually go swimming as well, so we'll find out about that. This water's not looking too good for that, so I think we're just on a little trek and then we'll see what happens at the end.
Nothing scary lives in Vietnamese water, does it?
This is the part of the video where like it would show like the underwater footage of like some snake like coming through to get you, but you don't know about it yet. But they have that footage for some reason, how they followed the snake and they knew the snake was gonna kill you and he's just coming, and it's, yeah. It's ginger sand. It's made from gingers.
This has gotten a little bit deeper. And honestly, I find this a little freaky. Like the shallow water, like I can jump out of that if something starts nibbling at my feet. This one, if something starts nibbling at my feet, I'm at its whim. Like it's in charge at that point. I can't see shit, Captain. I wonder what he just called us.
That's a big dong.
I totally thought I would be able to climb this, but no skills. Let me see. Oh! That's not a good thing. How do you do this? I see people like climb them when they're sticking straight up in the air. How the fuck?
I don't think you climbing this is necessary, nor attractive.
Okay, that's all as far as I can get.
Well, that was an impressive 2 feet. Quite impressed. We're up top now. The ferry stream has turned out to be excellent. Way better than we thought it was going to be. I saw a cool picture, but I didn't think the whole thing was going to be cool. The walls are just epic carvings of rock, and sand is being blasted in your face whenever the wind comes, but it's totally worth it. And we just got to this waterfall and we had our power shower and took some pictures. So there's some locals here having a good time, which means this is a good place to come. Like the locals are coming, it's not just trashy from people that are just coming and looking and leaving. They're having fun, and that's always a really good sign. And it was a good trek. Definitely a better experience than I expected.
Look how that just breaks apart. It's really amazing. Just crumbles. It's all sand. It's in different, like, various different levels of like consistency. Sometimes it's just like coming down like snow, like it's like loose sand, and sometimes it's blowing in your eyes, and sometimes it's like this, and sometimes it's rocks, and you step on them with your feet and it
Hold
hurts.
on, just stand still. Hyoko-chan. His hair. Now look at me. Your hair. Yours is on the opposite side, but it is the same.
I'm talking about rocks over here, and you're just talking about chicken.
So the other day I was talking about the dog statues and how people put them outside their houses. This is actually like a little cafe, but still, these dog statues will be used in a pair outside of people's houses. It's just kind of like cute. I know they don't have smell-o-vision yet, but I can describe to you the smell, and that is Stouffer's frozen mac and cheese. Like the microwavable kind. That's what it smells like right here. So I want you to go to the store and pause, go to the store, get that, heat it up, start eating it, and continue watching. And that's what right now smells like. Mm.
I prefer the stovetop joint.
No, that's confusing. Stovetop's a brand. He prefers the blue box. Kraft macaroni and cheese. He's talking about cooking it on the stovetop as opposed to the microwave.
You can't microwave mac and cheese, man.
I'm sorry.
This is the food of my people. You are talking some weird shit.
I am your people.
And this is where the ferry stream meets the ocean.
Bug just flew up my nose. Is there a bug in my nose?
This little tub is like a fisherman boat or something, and there are tons of them along the coast. And I'm not quite sure why it's shaped exactly like this, but it's pretty funny looking. It looks like they're floating around in like cereal bowls or something. There's this paddles and some, I don't know, fishing gear of some sort that looks like fishing wire. Very cool.
Oh my god.
That's a hardcore slant, man.
Yeah.
Overlooking this little fishing village on the west side of, on the east side of Vietnam is a sunset. So we must be in a cove or something, because otherwise how could we be seeing a sunset over the water? But if you look off in the distance you can see land, so I guess it's a cove. West side.
It took me forever to get my fingers like that with one hand.
Yeah, but it's really pretty and it's cool looking over all the little boats. And I like watching the people come home with the boats, like from fishing, because they can only take the boat so far in and then they jump out and they swim to the coast. And there's something really cool about that. And I think those little blue buckets, like the cereal bowls, they use those to go out to the boats, and like it only goes to the boat and they put all the fish into the little bucket and then they bring the bucket into the coast. So I think that's what the little buckets are for, the little cereal bowls. It's pretty neat.
This is most definitely one of the best sunsets I've ever seen in my life.
We were walking down the street and we saw a duck spinning on a rotisserie, so we're gonna eat it.
This is our dinner right here. Again, if you are a vegetarian, that is not what you want.
Duck on.
Yeah.
So earlier, we were laughing about this earlier, we didn't want to take the motorbike ride, it was like $20 or whatever, but we just bought a duck for dinner and it was $15. So, I don't know, I feel like this is less sleazy or something. I know this is a different vibe. And also, it's a duck. And where else can you get an entire duck for $15? So, it looks amazing on the table too. Look at this. So we've got this huge plate of duck. It's like the entire bird. And then a fairly large shallot that looks like it's an entire onion. And then some fixins and some rice and some kyde. And she's gonna jump into this duck and tell me how it is. It's gonna be a little, have you ever had duck before? Is this your first duck?
Nope. I had my first duck in the Eiffel Tower.
Ah, is this your second duck?
No, I don't think so. I think I'm
well ducked?
Like, not well ducked, but maybe like medium well ducked.
Okay.
Alright, I got some meat. And I'm going with the sauce that they brought us. Good. A little cold. Like not cold, but I expect it to be pretty warm.
It's well cooked though, it seems.
Yeah, oh yeah.
All right, so that duck was pretty expensive, and it's probably gonna be the most expensive meal we will have in Vietnam. It was the most expensive meal we've had yet so far, and it was not terrible, but it was the worst meal we've had in Vietnam. And this just gives more weight to our cheap food where there's not many things in the menu is the best place to go. Because this place has a pretty thick menu with lots of different things, and they also had the duck. We got lured in by the duck. And kind of the reason that we ended up there, one, they had duck and it sounds interesting. And two, we are in a very touristy town and we are on the side of the town with mega tourists. Like everything here is tourist. So all of the restaurants are a bit expensive and a lot of them are just like pizza or like Chinese food maybe, or just like things that it's not like what the local people here are eating. It's just stuff like foreigner chow is I guess the way I would put it. So yeah, I mean, I'm happy that my stomach is full, but Katie said that she was bummed because...
Oh, it was a waste of a good meal. I said that and I just know that there's more exciting things that are here. But I do want to present the fact that being on this side of the strip, you're not gonna find that. This is where they just want Westerners to feel comfortable, and we like to not feel comfortable. So that's not gonna happen. So the duck really seemed like the most exciting, strange thing. And sometimes you try something and it's not what you think it's gonna be, or it's not as good as you think it was going to be. So it happens. But yeah, Vietnamese food tomorrow.
We just played a game of mini golf, and it turns out Katie's somewhat of a cheater.
I'm the winner.
But you owe me 8,000 dongs, and I could dong it.
He just looks like he wants to be friends. He's real excited. Look at him looking at Katie. Stuffing an egg in her mouth.
Here's your egg.
Sweet. I like when my eggs come in a sack. It's important.
Hey everyone, we have a Patreon page and we'd really like for you to check it out. It'll allow you to contribute to us and make these crazy adventures we've been going on continue and get even better. So we'd really love for you to follow the link and learn more about Patreon and us. Go for it. Let's adventure.